Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for all the likes and comments on the last video. And now let's start with the first story. It's called Rules Are Rules. I worked in a pretty relaxed little office, about 5 of us total, mostly younger women with kids, and the vibe was chill. We all got along, and I tried to keep things easy and flexible, especially when it came to family stuff. Doctor's appointments, school drop-offs, missing the bus. My philosophy was simple. Do what you gotta do. Just let us know and make up the time when you can. I even had a small favor I'd asked occasionally. If someone was heading out for lunch, which they all did regularly, I'd asked if they could swing by the post office or make a quick bank deposit. Both places were literally on the way, and I always told them, take an extra 15 minutes on your lunch, no need to rush back. Enter our new hire. After a couple weeks, she and another employee come to me, very official-like, citing the Fair Labor Standard Act and other policies. They inform me that if they are doing errands for the company, they need mileage reimbursement, additional compensation, etc. They say, rules are rules. They are there for a reason. You know what? They were probably right. So I removed the ask. No more post office or bank runs. Problem solved. Fast forward a few days. One of the same employees comes to me and says she'll be about 30 minutes late on a certain day due to something with her kid. My response? No worries, just come in at noon. Wait, why noon? Well, our policy manual, the same one you quoted, says that if you are more than 15 minutes late, you must use PTO. And PTO has to be taken in 4-hour blocks. Let's just say that policy suddenly didn't feel so convenient anymore. Maybe it was a little petty, but these folks were used to taking an hour here, an hour there, without issue. I trusted them, never wrote anything down, never tracked it. It was the honor system, and it worked. But if rules are rules, then okay. We play by the rules. It didn't take long before they realized the red tape worked both ways. Suddenly no one was talking about mileage reimbursement or paid errands. And wouldn't you know it, we were back to swinging by the bank or post office when convenient, and coming in late or leaving early when life called for it. Sometimes all you need is just a gentle reminder of how good you had it. The next story is called For Our Safety. I recently started working in a very large packaging facility. At first I was excited. Big company, big opportunity, all that jazz. But that enthusiasm started to wear off pretty fast. It didn't take long to notice the weirdly smug culture. Constant messaging that we should feel grateful to even be there. Think over-the-top slogans, patronizing safety boards, and daily announcements that feel like they were written by someone cosplaying as a kindergarten teacher. Still, I kept my head down and worked hard. Even though the equipment is constantly malfunctioning, conveyor belts randomly stop, machines break, and nothing ever seems to run right. There are also a lot of rules. Most are framed as for our safety, but let's be real, they are also for the company's convenience. The most emphasized one, if you are not trained for something, do not do it, even if a manager tells you to. Got it, noted, locked. Recently, they've become extra strict about enforcing rules, but only for us low-level folks. Management seems to think the rules don't apply when it inconveniences them. Everyone's constantly being coached, which is code for, we are documenting this in case we want to fire you later. Enter the manager from hell. Let's call him M. This guy should not be in any leadership role. No communication skills. Always talks down to you. Body language that screams, I am better than you and can't believe you are wasting my time. Anyway, yesterday I hit my limit. I'm at my station packing items and loading them onto the conveyor. I run out of certain box sizes. Per protocol, I turn on my help light and wait for support. M shows up. What's up? I need more of these box sizes. Well, do you know where they are? Just go grab some from another station. I was told not to leave my station or do tasks I'm not trained for. You can't go get boxes? I'm asking you to go get boxes. Still not trained for that. That's another role's job. Fine. He storms off. Comes back a few minutes later, carrying my boxes himself. I thank him with a smile. About 10 minutes later, I notice him walking around, with the person actually responsible for box restocking. Message received, I guess. Then the conveyor belt stops. Now, in the past, I'd stack up packages around my station and keep working. But technically, that's not allowed. Clutter is a safety hazard, and we are not supposed to leave our stations. So, light goes on. I stop working. M turns, already annoyed. What's going on now? Conveyors down, no place to set packages. Put them on the floor next to your station. I was told not to put anything on the floor. Tripping hazard. Who told you that? 3 different trainers. Separate occasions. He just stares at me, then points to a station about 50 feet away. Stack them over there. I'll put them on the belt when I get back. You got it, boss. I start hauling. 1 package at a time. Jamming out while building a glorious, chaotic tower of boxes at that far-off station. Soon I hear him telling everyone else to do the same. 15 minutes pass before the belt kicks on again. By that point, we've created a dragon sort of packages. Heavy, light, massive, awkward. All dumped in a pile. M walks by. Stops dead. Just stares. His mouth opens like he's trying to find the words, but they won't come. He picks up a heavy one. Stumbles a bit, then starts slamming them onto the belt next to me. Huffing, puffing, fuming. I didn't say a word. Didn't even look at him. Just kept packing like nothing happened. But on the inside, I was laughing. The third story is called Safety First. I work for a just-in-time company and was on a work assignment in Japan. Now, Japan has some very specific ways of handling safety, including a strict and slightly baffling prioritization of what counts as important. They also have a very formal and structured method for problem solving. If you've ever driven in Japan, you know that some of the roads wouldn't qualify as golf cart paths anywhere else, and many of them have deep, car-destroying gutters just waiting to ruin your week. My company car was a glorious little Toyota. Thing idled in drive at around 22 to 25 km per hour. Now the side speed limit was 20, but the speedometer was in the center console and the side driveway was long, narrow and twisty. So watching the road and your speed at the same time was not really a thing. Cue the safety team. They set up a literal speed trap on site one day. They pulled over several people. Only I got yelled at. Because of course. They hit me with a formal warning. Made me write a shame letter and a full root cause / countermeasure report using the sacred company problem solving template. Root cause? I can't safely watch my speed and the road at the same time. Idle speed is too high. Countermeasure? Use the B gear on the car. Drops the idle to 10. Safe, controlled and within limit. They loved it. Praised the report. Shared it with my whole working group. Great. Let's implement it. Next time I'm on site, I pull out, drop into B and start the 10 km per hour victory crawl down the driveway. Takes forever. There's a long line of cars behind me. The guy directly behind me looked like he was about to end me. But no one was speeding. Mission accomplished. Next day, my boss says there were complaints about a white car driving too slow. I told him I didn't want another safety violation. He said I didn't have to literally drive 10 km per hour. He made me do a formal write-up and a shame letter. This is now my truth. From that day forward, every time I drove in or out, I did it at a rock solid 10 km per hour. Took 20 to 25 minutes. Every time. Eventually, they announced that speed checks would be limited to inside the site and declared the initiative a success. Cool. Still driving 10. My coworkers started joking about it. They'd ask when I was getting in and then sigh, so we'll see you in 25 minutes. They admitted they kind of admired it. They couldn't get away with openly sticking it to management. That's bad optics. But I'm the petty foreigner. I'm just being quirky. If I ever go back to that site, 10 in, 10 out. Safety first. The last story is called Pricing. I've got this regular customer who, without fail, always asked if I can do anything about the price. Every time. And every time I say no. I've told him before, repeatedly, that I already give him a fair price. Asked him politely to stop asking. Still does. So the other day he pulls the same move. I hand him the receipt and he goes, "Can you do anything about the price?" I smile and say, "Sure, let me go rewrite the receipt real quick." I walk back to my truck, make a new copy with the total bumped up by 10% and bring it back. He looks at it, then looks at me like I've completely lost my mind. I just shrug and say, "Well, you asked if I could do anything about it. That's all I can do." He immediately asked for the original receipt and paid that one. No questions, no haggling. He hasn't asked me to do anything about the price since. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. Also, if you want to support me further, check out the channel membership or Patreon. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.